Because I didn't want to destroy, distract, disrupt an organization that I had spent the past 11 years of my life building and contributing to its unity, its stability, and its impact in society. I have no interest in that. My interest from the beginning was in the economic emancipation movement.
They promised us economic freedom. They told us they were different. But today, the cracks in the EFF are too big to ignore. Leaders are leaving. The mission is falling apart. And once again, the people are left behind. Greetings, my fellow Africans. I'm Ndlozi, and welcome to Inkari It's Time. Yesterday, I argued that politicians and political parties are not here to save us. They use the people's struggles for their own gain. And today, we see it happening again, this time in the EFF.
I have no doubt in my heart that the mission of economic emancipation in our lifetime is still very much alive as an objective of their actions. I disagree, of course, with the way they handled my matter, but certainly I think that the cause, and I would hope that that becomes the focus. The focus becomes the reason we formed the EFF, which is economic freedom in our lifetime. And those ideas, fortunately for the EFF, and this is the powerful achievement of the EFF, have spread. Who would have thought that the Ramaphosa will sound like Robert Mugabe, that he would read in terms of expropriation of land from the script of the economic freedom fighters? Who would have thought that those ideas would be in parliament today? When we started, they were only in the EFF. At the moment, you can count more than 4 political parties that have accepted these ideas. And that was
the rise and betrayal of the EFF. When the EFF was founded, Malema, Shivambu, and Ndlozi were its strong pillars. We believed this was the movement that would bring real change. The ANC had abandoned its mission, and the EFF gave us hope. But today, that hope is fading. Ndlozi is gone. Shivambu is gone. Others like Dalimpofu, Mzwanele Manyi, and Busisiwe Mkhwebane have already jumped ship. The leaders who once stood side by side are now walking away.
Yes, and that was the objective, because even though one was not expelled, I was not suspended or expelled from the ANC, we left in faith of the fact that the ANC and the establishment sought to destroy Julius Malema, to try and scare all of us, that if you raise these ideas, this is what will happen to you. And today, they have become the hegemony of progressive political discourse in South Africa. It's a great achievement of the EFF itself.
Julius Malema's leadership crisis. Malema does not share power. He wants to be the only voice in the room. And history shows when leaders refuse to share power, their movements collapse. Now, with the EFF losing votes to MKP, trust is disappearing inside the party. The dream of economic freedom in our lifetime, it's slipping further away.
It's not the end of Julius.
Sure.
But it's going to go through a rough election 2026. Because he's going through something that will benefit him much later. What hurts him now will not kill him, but will hurt him badly the next election, because he now has to sit and say who's really with him or against him. Because Floyd has left a lot of sleepers in the EFF, and that's very dangerous for him. What Floyd has done to him is what Zuma has done to the ANC.
Sure.
Zuma still has a lot of sleepers in the ANC structures. But I think, because Malema is a very intelligent guy, he's very intelligent.
Yeah, absolutely.
He will be able to turn the ship around over time. Not immediately. Nobody's that intelligent. Nobody's that lucky. Sure. In 2028, you'll see the ship slowly turning. That's my opinion.
I am leaving party politics, but I am fully aware, although I fundamentally disagree with how my matter was dealt with. I think that the leadership still has the best interest of the revolution at heart.
Ndlozi's next move. ANC or AMKP. Ndlozi says he is leaving party politics, but his recent words about President Cyril Ramaphosa tell a different story. Could he be planning to join the ANC? If so, what does that say about our politics? That politicians are only loyal to themselves, not to the people who believe in them.
Still hold him in high esteem and high regards as a South African and a politician. We've got great admiration for Ndlozi, even when he was still in the EFF, because he's somebody you can sit and converse and make sense with, even if he's on the other side. As politicians, even in the opposition benches, there are people that we respect. Even themselves in the ANC, there are people that they respect. It's normal. So it will be a sad day if we were to lose him in the main body politic of South Africa. Not only in Parliament. Not only in Parliament. I'm not in Parliament. In the main body politic of South Africa. So we'll want...
Talking about President Ramaphosa, I mean, you... a couple of days ago tweeted something that was quite interesting. You said, well, we were misled about Ramaphosa. I'm just paraphrasing.
Yeah.
We were misled about Ramaphosa, and then you started mentioning why you're saying that, because you felt some of what he is doing now is radical and perhaps progressive. So were you misled, and misled by who?
We grew up in the circles of left-wing thinking, left-wing formations within the mass democratic movement. In those circles, President Cyril Ramaphosa is characterized as part of the white South Africa's capitalist establishment, and the fact that he became a billionaire did not help. And certainly part of that discourse is that he will always act in the best interest of the white capitalist establishment. His emails in Marikana did not help because he characterized workers as criminals, justifying the action that then occurred, the Marikana massacre. The CR17 statements did not help to find the names of these capitalists who have funded his internal ANC campaign. But who would have thought one day, I would have never bet anything. I would have eat anything, if there was anything, I would have bet against the idea that one day it would be Ramaphosa who says, you keep your America and I will keep my South Africa, to the most powerful man in the world, together with the most richest man in the world, in defense of nil compensation. Of course, from our circles as the radical left, it's not enough. The Expropriation Act doesn't go far enough. Yeah. But you're not just looking at that act. There's the Palestinian matter. President Ramaphosa's government did not just say two-state solution, didn't just condemn the Gaza bombardment by Israel. It stated that Israel is a genocidal state and took them to The Hague. No white puppet acts like that. Coupled with the Bella Bill, the NHI, and all these policies have really agitated and disrupted both domestic and global white capitalist establishment, let alone the imperialist forces. It is that credit that I'm giving it to him. The thing that he has broken with that statement that day was the idea that the sitting head of state in South Africa must always tiptoe and be diplomatic around white privilege and white interests. To speak like that, he broke a specific discourse, particularly from official state, types of traditional ways of speaking. He broke it, and for the first time, he was very clear that we're not going to be bullied, we're going to transform this country. Of course, the work has to go in, that there must be action to that effect. It is that credit that I was just basically accruing to that. And certainly I think that any logical person will be able to understand that because it doesn't come out of trying to whitewash him.
Yeah. What did you make of the barrage of criticism from, in the main, some of the people who used to be your comrades to say, all of a sudden you were misled? So what did you make of that?
Well, I think they were non-substantial. It is the degenerate culture of ad hominem attacks, of playing the man and not the ball. The substance of the argument rested on the rest of the other things that were said. So when you are engaging in public discourse, you've got to choose from where to respond, and certainly for me, that was the substantial point. And to the extent to which it was substantial, I didn't see a lot of disagreement. I think many people accepted that there is this new information about Cyril Ramaphosa, which forces us not to read people in a one-dimensional way.
MKP, a real movement or a family stokvel? Many left the EFF for MKP, believing Zuma's party could unseat the ANC. But now, infighting is already starting. Ndlozi Zuma's attacks on Floyd Shivambu prove that MKP is looking more like a family business than a serious political force.
Umkhonto wesizwe party President Jacob Zuma has issued a directive to Ndlozi Zuma Sambudla to offer an immediate apology to the party's Secretary General Floyd Shivambu. A failure to do so may result in her expulsion. Now, this follows a series of insults that Zuma Sambudla hurled towards Shivambu on her X account.
Get the videos of the people who were with Zuma from the beginning, from when he was accused of rape, from when we made him president. I even dropped a tear at the Union building, and then subsequently we didn't support him. We're saying Malema must be president and all of that. Look at all those people who supported Zuma under those circumstances. Not a single one of them is still with Zuma. So once he uses you, he throws you very far. But there is one person who's always by Zuma, and Zuma has never dropped this person. Is the daughter, Ndlozi Zuma.
Yeah, well, suppose naturally.
It's not natural. How would it be natural between me and Ratana? That Ratana comes and run affairs of the EFF and we say it's natural. You're going to be the first one to talk about you. This is a family trust, Ratana trust, and all of that.
The rise of political mercenaries. Our leaders treat politics like a game. Today they are EFF. Tomorrow they are MKP. Next week, maybe ANC. They jump from party to party, not for the people, but for their own survival. That's why I say, politics will never truly free us. We, the people, must find new ways to solve our problems. Poverty, unemployment, education and safety. If we keep trusting politicians, we will always be betrayed. Ndlozi's departure is just another reminder that our leaders are not driven by principle. They are driven by power. And if we don't wake up, we will always be pawns in their game. What do you think? Is South African politics broken beyond repair? Or can we still hope for real change? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this discussion insightful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Inkari. It's time. Stay informed, stay engaged, and remember, navigate life with purpose. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Take care.